and the omnibus. So I was forced into the Archers when I was a child. And look, it's come back to bite me later on.
I'm awash with the stuff.
The Archers is the world's longest-running radio show, with more than 15,000 episodes broadcast. Despite being a rural flavour show, The Archers is recorded in the heart of the UK's second-largest city, Birmingham.
You're listening to Wednesday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
What's in here then? A rabbit costume?
Not just any rabbit, the Easter Bunny.
Who's going to be wearing this?
I thought you could, Chelsea.
What?
I reckon it's just your size.
You're joking me.
See, Natasha?
No.
I did tell you.
No way.
Why not? The Tearoom hasn't bounced back yet.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me that.
And Easter's a perfect opportunity. But we need a real showstopper to get people in.
What, and this is your idea of a showstopper? Me prancing around with a cloth carrot and floppy ears?
Kathy Perks got a lot of mileage out of it 2 to 3 years ago.
Well, that was for charity, not to support a business.
It'll make no odds to the kids. They love it.
Okay, Natasha, if it's such a good idea, why don't you wear it?
Yeah, I would like to, obviously, but sadly I've got too many other responsibilities.
Emma?
No, Natasha already knows how I feel on that subject, don't you?
You were extremely clear.
Well, I think that just proves my point. And we've already got plans for Easter anyway, like special cakes, free Easter treats, treasure hunt in the edible forest.
Which are all very well. I still think we need something bigger.
Anyway, I've got to go. You okay to close up, Chelsea, yeah?
Yeah, no sweat. Oh, remember your tube.
I got it.
And best of luck.
Thanks.
Give him hell.
I intend to.
So, I definitely
Let's
can't...
not go there, eh?
All right.
Tell you what, though. If you're looking for a big attraction,
Yeah.
Henry's goats.
What about them?
Have you seen them lately? There's at least 2 look fit to burst.
I think they're Pat's goats, actually.
Yeah, whatever.
Henry just owns the buck, hero.
Point is, children would much rather see real baby goats than a pathetic fake rabbit.
Do you know, you could be onto something there. A mummy goat with some adorable kids would make a perfect picture for our socials.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Spring is springing.
Yeah, you might want to work on that a bit.
But when do they do?
Oh, don't ask me.
Well, it'll only work.
I'm not a goat midwife.
If they give birth in time, that is.
Hi, if you are tired of constantly replacing your cookware due to wear and tear, then I've got to show you this 3-quart enameled cast iron Dutch oven pot. This comes with a lid, and look at that color. It comes in 2 colors. You can get the red or blue, and it comes in 3 sizes. The sizes are the 3-quart, 4.5, and 6. And check out this silicone accessories. So cool. This versatile pot is oven safe up to 500 Fahrenheit and can be used on the stovetop, making it perfect for all of your cooking needs.
If I've counted right,
You have?
I can claim the rest of the tricks.
You've drawn all the trumps.
You know, I think I'm getting the hang of this.
You're certainly improving, Brian. You still need to work on your bidding, though.
All right, well, look, you deal them out and we'll do what we did before. You bid as my partner and the opponents.
Have you been doing the online exercises?
Oh, yes, every evening.
Good.
I was thinking, if I can get proficient enough, Miranda and I could enter the spring foursomes. I am joking. Martyn, are you all right?
Pam loved the spring foursomes.
Oh, sorry.
They're in Bristol this year, her hometown.
Oh, look, I didn't mean to remind you.
She won't be entering, that's for sure. Not with Dominic the Dirt.
That's this gardener fella she's hooked up with.
Snaps about his level. Or beggar my neighbour.
Well, perhaps you need to find yourself another partner.
Couldn't. How would I even find someone? There's no way I could start dating.
No.
Even if I wanted to, which I don't.
I meant a new bridge partner.
No, it was always our thing. Pam didn't like watching rugby. I was never keen on ballet.
Well, I'm with you on that.
But bridge always brought us together.
Well, it is a good way to meet people.
Honestly, Brian, I couldn't. Not in the state I'm in after that hosepipe through the letterbox. I don't even feel safe here in my own home.
I'm not surprised.
This carpet's dry now, but it's never going to be the same.
Well...
the smell alone. And the whole floor's ruined.
Well, that's what insurance is for, I suppose.
You'd think my fellow directors would be more sympathetic.
Of Borsetshire Water, are they not?
They seem to think because I live locally, I should be able to nip these protests in the bud. You know who it was, don't you? The hosepipe thing.
Who?
Emma Grundy and Pat Archer.
Oh, no.
But it's obvious, given the Grundy woman's recent run-in with the police.
Look, I had words with Pat, and I don't believe it was her.
She has form. I know Pat's your sister-in-law,
No, it's not that. I could tell it came as a complete surprise to her.
Emma, then? Or at the very least one of that mob.
Yeah, look, Martyn, given our family's recent history, I can assure you I'm no fan of Emma Grundy. But I honestly don't think it was her either. You're spending too much time in your own brooding. What you need to do is get this place spick and span, see if you can persuade Pam to try again, and move on.
Who's that at the front door now?
You had your smart doorbell fixed then.
Oh, you bet I did. I spy on anyone near my front door. I don't believe it.
Who is it?
Look! Only that harpy Emma Grundy.
Oh, I told you, didn't I?
Oh, they really do look ready to pop.
Well, because they're close to kidding, Henry and I have separated them out into these individual pens.
Oh, look at that one. She'll be first, I reckon.
How close, though, Pat?
Sorry?
How close to...
Kidding? It's certainly imminent.
Can I make it clear that the only reason I haven't called the police to have you hauled away in chains is because Brian persuaded me not to?
Martyn.
And I still reserve that right.
Look, I'm sure there'll be no need for those sorts of measures. Will there, Emma?
No, definitely. I ain't come here for a fight.
Why have you come here at all?
I've got a plan. I think I've found a way to resolve this peacefully.
You have?
Yeah, me. Because I might as well be honest with you. Pat feels very differently about this.
Does she now?
Yeah, she's really on the warpath. She wants to take it to the next level.
What does that mean?
The other day, she was talking about digging a moat around Bridge Farm.
A moat? Well, I can't see that that'd be practical.
Oh, and you can imagine the publicity. How would it look for Borsetshire Water? If their customers feel so unsafe, they've got to barricade themselves in.
It'd be a long-running story, certainly.
And you're right, Brian, it might not even work. But there is something that will definitely work.
What's that? What have you got there?
Pat's plans. Is it all right if we put them on the table?
Let me get these cards out of the way.
Oh, thanks. See for yourself.
Ambridge. Borsetshire Sewage Containment Storm Tank?
Yes, like a big swimming pool. It holds back sewage until the treatment works has the capacity to deal with it.
I know what it is.
And Pat and Tony are intending to build this themselves.
Well, the way Pat sees it, they've got no other option.
But this could get them in serious trouble with the law.
Pat knows that. I don't think she cares. She's so upset by what happened to the farm. The other day, she told me if it was necessary, she'd go to prison.
Oh.
So yeah, that'd be even worse publicity.
Yeah. Sending a 70-year-old pillar of the community to jail.
Well, no one wants to see that. But like I said, there is an alternative.
Which is what?
Mr. Gibson, you are a powerful man, influential. Surely you could persuade the other directors that Borsetshire Water should be building this. Pat's really angry, but she just wants to protect the village. So if she knew you were going ahead, then all the protesting would stop.
That's an interesting idea.
And there's been another development.
Go on.
Fergal Sharkey, have you heard of him?
Of course. Anyone with anything to do with water has.
He's our spokesperson now.
What?
I had a meeting with him on Monday, which means it won't just be local publicity. He's got a national voice.
I don't like being threatened, Emma.
I'm not threatening you. It's the opposite. I'm showing you the way out. But I do have to warn you that Pat's already organising the diggers.
Diggers?
So you do need to get cracking.
Who are you to tell me what to do? You're nothing but a terrorist. No respectable business is safe nowadays from you citizen activists targeting honest people for the sake of your woke ideas.
If you mean the hosepipe through your letterbox...
Of course I do.
I promise you, I had nothing to do with that. Even Pat, she's very militant, but it definitely wasn't her neither.
You expect me to believe that?
Martyn, Pat and me both know what it's like to be flooded. Do you think we'd inflict that on anyone else? And really, all we're asking for is the right not to get swamped in sewage. That's hardly woke, is it?
I think that's a fair point.
Thank you. And while I'm here, there is something else.
Go on.
You really need to do something about this carpet. It stinks.
How can we tell if they're going into labour?
Starting kidding.
That still sounds like they're playing tricks to me.
I know. But, like most farm animals, there are some classic signs. They might pant or look restless, scratch at the straw, even nest in it.
That should be pretty easy to spot.
And you can check the base of the tail. Does it feel soft?
Oh, I think I'll leave that to you, Pat.
Probably best.
Not sure I want to spend too much time at the back end of a goat.
No.
And is there any way we can help things along? When I was pregnant, Mum said a raspberry leaf tea could help. Or a curry.
Well, we'd hardly feed them that.
Or play them some soothing music or something.
Well, they like a calm and clean environment, which we've given them.
Sure.
But that's about it. Oh, I can understand your impatience.
Some baby goats will be just perfect for Easter.
We really just need to let nature take its course.
And she even had the cheek to criticise my carpets.
Well, on that score, Emma does know what she's talking about. She was a ferociously good cleaning lady. My mother-in-law spoke very highly of her work, and from Peggy, that's very hard won, believe me.
No.
And it was only what you were saying a few minutes earlier, Martyn.
Yeah, well, be that as it may.
Well, I do hope you've finally accepted, though, that Emma and Pat are innocent. At least as far as the hosepipe's concerned.
All right, Brian. If it wasn't them, who was it?
Well, who else might have it in for you?
Well, there's the other lot, I suppose, the Borsetshire Clean Water Action Group.
Oh, yeah. So there are other suspects.
Well, we certainly intimidated our employees in the past.
Have any of the other directors been attacked in the same way?
No, although I'm the only one on the board who lives locally.
Well, what about your chief exec, the other senior officers? Presumably they're more local.
Yeah, but I'm the only one who...
What is it?
I wonder if I've been barking up the wrong tree. Perhaps it wasn't about the sewage incident after all.
Go on.
What if it was Dominic?
Pam's your gardener?
Very much ex-gardener.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
It wouldn't surprise me at all. Dirty Dominic.
I suppose there'd be a kind of poetic symbolism to it. A garden hose as the weapon of choice.
I never trusted the man.
But how are you going to prove it?
I can't, can I?
No. And frankly, you have much more important issues to address, like this storm tank. Now, I'm no expert, but it does seem to be a very practical solution.
Oh, yes. I mean, it is something we've talked about already as a possibility for the future, in the mix with other works elsewhere.
Right. Well, is there a chance you could reprioritise? Because at this moment, it looks like Pat and Emma are winning the PR battle.
Yes.
And take it from me, you mess with those two at your peril.
So what do you do? I do spot effects on the arches. Any
Are you what we call Foley then?
Kind of, yep.
Okay. And these are all part of the paraphernalia of production?
Yep, that's the bull bar. That's
this one?
Yep, that's...
Actually mine, but
Oh, I just wish there was something practical I could do to help them, Caroline.
I think The Archers has had this immense popularity over the years, basically because it has always very accurately reflected the reality of life and living in a rural community at whatever